start off with this video. Yeah, this.
I'm gonna get the credit.
What happened?
Here's what I'm
I'm going for what?
Are you on the government? Part of the event. This year? Where did
He's a bad kid in this fucking
Just trying to hear what he said. I'm just here with something.
What's your
he
name?
asked where his gun was. The guy told him that he asked the other guy. Shows the badge to the other guy.
What's your name, dude? Don't drop my head. How about that? Perfect. What do you want to take?
What's your
All
name?
right, give me the diamond this way. Drop this way.
Wallet.
Got it.
What?
There was a trifold wallet in that
Move back.
officer's
Move back.
hand.
Move back.
Yeah.
Move back.
Yeah,
so
so
that's
he had to release him so no one else can see it.
Yeah. We can zoom in later or whatever. You know?
I go.
I know how to do that, I think, right now live.
Spread them out. Spread them out.
Back up! Back up!
Right there. Right there. Now, give me a circle. Right here. Everybody move back for me. Everybody back up for me, please. Sir, you want to make a statement? What's your name, sir? Thank you.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, is that anywhere? Trying to make it so that you can see and the microphone's in a good position. How's this?
Make a line right here. Come back here, please. Come back here. Back up! Hey, back up! Back up! Back up! Yeah, back up! Keep going! Good folks. Everybody move back. Move back.
This,
Move back towards
can you
the left.
see through the mic, past the mic? So if I put it like here?
Come on, keep going.
Like here-ish?
They want the cameras to go away so that they can drive
Yeah.
him off somewhere and leave him so he can come back dressed slightly different.
Probably.
No, that's exactly what it is. What happened was he showed
Well, tell the audience, tell the audience when we're done with this. Well, tell me while you tell them. Oops. Did not mean to move the mouse. Shit.
Back up.
Oops, sorry. Come back! Back up! Come on, back up!
But you said somewhere in the video his badge was his badge number was visible. You said?
not the number, his badge was picture of
Oh.
Bingo. And yeah, you can see it for a second. For a second, on the video.
Okay.
That's his badge.
If you put that on your Cloud Hub or whatever, I can actually show that on the live stream. You are adorable. You are so adorable.
Hey, Marilyn. Yeah, go back. Hey, get it to a file. Come this way. This way. Okay.
Didn't seem to notice that Ford is this guy's filming. They don't seem to notice, and these other people too. They're all filming.
Yeah, they're all filming. They're just trying to make it look legit. Like, we're going to continue to march him. We're marching him away.
Right.
He's a bad guy. We're going to go put him in a secret holding somewhere. Marching him away. Bye.
Yeah.
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 It's all optics.
Yeah.
Because they, they fucked up.
They fucked it up, and they're trying to do damage control.
But I'm just trying to figure out what kind of
All right.
She takes a
I gotta
picture,
turn the mic back on
and
there.
in that picture is this ET.
All right. Here we go. Alrighty, folks. Well, you saw what we saw. What do you guys think of all that? Excuse me. I wanted to do this live stream because Tabby woke up. She was telling me about this, and so I started looking for sources. And you may have noticed, certainly in the description of this video, is a link to this right here. And right now, I'm calling it "False Flag Foiled: Government Agent Posing as a Civilian by Police at the Justice for J6 rally." You see, because on September 18th, that was yesterday for all of us here, there was what I'm calling the worldwide wake up to tyranny. And in other words, it's just a silly little thing. And it was going on in cities all over the world. Most of it was about ending the lockdowns and the and masks and all that stuff. Well, yeah, I'm sure some of it was about that, but it was more about justice for political prisoners of what happened on January 6th. But when you woke up, you were telling me, yeah, that there seems to be. Do you remember?
But there's still shots of this.
No, just this whole thing. You were calling it to my attention because it's not something that was really on my radar. I've been too busy. And you're like, did you hear about the cop that they arrested or the Fed that they arrested?
Yeah, I told you that about yesterday.
Yeah, what we just watched.
Anyways, yeah. So no, like I was telling you there was.
Film the initial video, the video that we just watched.
Right
Ford
now
Fisher.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of special agent badge it is because it looks like it's some sort of special agent one.
Yeah.
Due to the funny edging at the bottom.
Okay, let me have a look.
Yeah. Kind of officer he is.
All right.
So it's between IRS agent, which would make no fucking sense, nor would they have any respect for.
Yeah.
And some sort of special agent, which is essentially a Fed of sorts.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Because then maybe I can figure out who the fuck he is by using his profile.
Yeah, see, Tabitha on her own computer is doing image searches of badges to try to narrow down what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. If I open this image in new tab, we can get even closer. Huh. Yeah. Well, you're certainly better at this stuff than I am. It is not much to go on, but I mean, maybe if we go back through the video, maybe we have a better picture to go on than this. Let's go back and see.
Trifold wallet.
Right.
That comes with some of those badges as well.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Looks like it might match, possibly. Now, if anybody can isolate what kind of badge this is,
Yeah.
help a girl out here. There's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's right here.
Yeah, what you see here is this cop sees the badge. If you can roll it back like a second there was a better shot of it.
Yeah, there was. Well, I'll go back again. Let me just. All right.
It's-
All right. So it's between then and then. Okay. Do you want the mouse? You want
No,
no?
go
All right. Not yet. Nope, not yet. Oh, did I go too far?
Oh,
Well, let me screenshot this right this second.
that's the same shot as the other one.
Pretty much, yeah, it is. Let's see if we can get a better shot. It's kind of my forte anyway.
Almost.
Damn it. I feel like if I go back a millisecond, okay, I'll tell you what, we're gonna zoom in and video record it as well. But I'm gonna try to get that one shot.
Okay, what we're seeing is the paper on the other side of the wallet.
All right. Yeah, there's certainly
IDs are
something
shoved in there.
right.
So he has a. Yeah, he's got the right wallet, but he has paper shoved in that little folder. Messy boy.
Messy cop or agent. Damn it. All right. Well, if there is something better, let's get to it. Let's zoom in on our video.
Yeah, he realizes he has a cop at this point, and so he goes to take his papers out and then just shoves the papers back in the wallet and then hands the wallet back to the guy via his front pants. And then when somebody asks, well, what do we do? He takes the wallet back out very covertly and then flashes the badge to somebody else and goes, what do we do?
Right.
Like, you fucking idiots. No one trains cops to be actors anymore, apparently. Nope, they're just idiots. Blatant, noticeable, motherfucking idiot.
All right. Okay, we're gonna go back. Oh shoot! Well, the audience is gonna be able to see it, but we won't. Damn it! All right, I gotta figure some way. How am I gonna do this? I have to bootstrap the serpent, basically. I have to do a Ouroboros bootstrapping. I don't think I'm exactly zoomed in where I want to be zoomed in anyway. All right, never mind. We'll just go by screenshots then. All right. Let me quickly go to the chat real quick. Because maybe, just maybe. Let's see here. What am I going to do? All right. I'm thinking, folks. Somebody asks in the video, are you undercover? Yeah. Yep. All right. Here are the screenshots that I managed to take. One kind of sucks, but let's look close anyway. Okay, so is that helpful at all, baby?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, well, that's all we can get out of that. And then we got this, where you obviously, you pointed out, look, there's also something going on here too. You pointed out that there is some sort of ID or something slipped into this fold. And then we got this here.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's the
would
other
be.
side of the trifold wallet.
Okay,
It should have like a display of his cop ID,
I see. All right.
and then the badge his badge is in the middle for some reason. So
All right.
he's got an odd trifold wallet. I'll give him that. It's slightly odd, but it happens.
Yeah, and then this doesn't really show us much either. So, okay, wait. I can go like this. Have this saved. All right, folks. More. Did not mean to do that one. Okay, that one. More information coming up in 1 second here. Now, okay. Was there a well-placed garage door pole handle involved? And speaking of false flags, man, how many false flags do people have to witness?
Yep.
Yeah.
Odd.
All right, today we're arresting folks who protested the Capitol.
Yeah.
The FBI sitting around side-eyeing each other. Then suddenly there comes, what is it, Mexican standoff.
Yeah, it becomes a Mexican standoff.
It's about right, says Tabby.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right. Who are you? Who do you work for? I'm practically quoting the song for. Yeah. The ridges here look like it's more like something you would see on the top of the badge, kind of. Oh, it could be eagle's wings or other just the way lines go like that. So by the way, I do recommend that you follow News to Share and or
break there could be the works for. It makes it look like it's just be the ribbon, like the colored ribbon.
It's
on
like
the
a
metal.
yeah,
Like
it's like
painted
a
there.
like a little waistband kind of
Well, they're all different. See, they're all freaking different, but they all
Right.
have a definer there, which allows for emblems and names and things.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
that must be what it is. It's just upside down. That's why it was so funky to me.
Right.
It's gotta,
Okay. Anyway, I do recommend that you follow Ford Fisher, aka News to Share, well, various social medias. He does it very professionally. He shows you what happens. He lets the camera do the talking. But anyway, so get this, Tabby. Shortly afterwards, at around 2, he's tweeted at 1:30 p.m. Someone spotted what appeared to be a handgun on a man in the crowd. The witness told U.S. Capitol Police officers who detained the suspect. Like this, the witness told U.S. Capitol Police officers who detained the suspect. Well, that's not a complete sentence. Okay. At this time, it is not clear why the man was at the demonstration. Officers charged him with 40 U.S. Code subsection 5104 unlawful activities. And then they added, the man did have a gun. And I don't know why I put that there. Supposed to be there is some badge. Why are you not saying that he had a badge? Somewhere I made a boo-boo somehow. Let's see here. Or is it a false link? Sometimes that happens. You get the wrong image. FBI badge, I heard, says somebody. But this follow-up tweet should probably be part of the first tweet. It's pretty important. It says Rookie City Sergeant. And then Robert Howe tweets in response, all I saw was Capitol Police pull some kind of credential out of his pocket, which prompted, are you undercover? To which the man answered awkwardly, ... Here, who knows why he answered or what prompted that question, but implications.
Well, if he's CIA or FBI, then that's how they answer. They don't tell you.
Sir, I'm here, blah, blah, blah,
They
you know.
don't give you shit. You have to fucking take them somewhere secret where no one can hear. Contact you. Or you let them go. Your choice.
Yeah. Right. So, now, going back to what I've got. Sure, also tweeted my full uncut footage. 6-minute, some odd second long thing. That's his full one. Most people are seeing the short version of that, but it's the same video. Jack Posobiec tweeted, the feds arrested a Fed by mistake. And let's see, does he link to Ford's stuff? I think he does. And yeah, that's what we just watched. But it's funny that, this is getting around. People are knowing about it. Or by 2:53 p.m., the U.S. Capitol Police was reporting 4 arrests. You can see they say the U.S. Capitol Police also stopped a vehicle along Louisiana Avenue this morning and subsequently arrested 2 people for felony extraditable warrants out of Texas. One was for possession of a firearm, the other probation violation. So far, U.S. Capitol Police is reporting arrests, and they also 100 to 450 people were inside the protest area today, excluding the law enforcement. So that gives you, I don't know why they're saying that, but there you go. Dinesh D'Souza, he tweeted, the comedy of today's protest, billed by the media as insurrection too, is they were arresting each other by accident. It's what happens when the deep state throws a party for terrorists and insurgents, but none but the invitees show up. January 6th. Now, to be fair, what's his name? Will Johnson. He was there live streaming, and he's Unite America First. He's been on my social media for years now, and I know what he does. And same thing with Ford Fisher. Somebody was asking yesterday, do I think Ford Fisher is Antifa? No, Antifa goes after people like Ford Fisher. Why do you hate Tim Pool? And I think one of the reasons why Tim Pool doesn't do what he used to do, which is a lot more like Ford Fisher, is because they just made it too dangerous. They hate him so bad that, it just wasn't worth it for him anymore. You already saw the Stone Toss cartoon. So, but anyway, there was an article about it by RT. RT isn't that bad some of the time, but I don't know. There's still propaganda. There's still a part of the whole propaganda machine, and more of the Russian angle. Are you undercover? Quote unquote. Watch. Hold on. This is an archive version. That way we can avoid the pop-ups and all that bullshit. Are you undercover? Watch riot cops at Justice for J6 rally detain man with a gun. By what time? They are reporting. Well, okay, there could have been arrests after 3, but 3:30 in the afternoon, they're reporting that there were a total of 4 arrests. Were detained. Just 4 people detained during the remarkably peaceful Justice for J6 rally in Washington, D.C. Aw, poor cops. You didn't. Yeah. Anyway, DC. Yeah, it's so dangerous. They're dangerous. Oh my God, they walk around with guns and Hawaiian shirts. And they're dangerous. They're not peaceful like the left wingers who are burning down cities for years now. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, remarkably peaceful Justice for J6 rally in Washington, D.C. was the badge, causing speculation that he was an undercover Fed accidentally outed by his colleagues. Seems to be what happened. Weeks of constant media reports fueling fears of imminent violence. The Saturday protest proceeded peacefully. It attracted only a few activists and several times as many police and law enforcement agents. It attracted only a few hundred activists and several times as many police and other law enforcement. Oh God, if that's true, that is hilarious. I don't know, that sounds like an exaggeration. Can that possibly? Holy shit. Papers. Jesus Christ. See, here's the thing. I say this in private with Tabitha, we all see that there's, some bullshit going on. And some of the time I say, well, part of the good news is that we're all just bungling and falling over each other. And you would think that they would have their shit together, but no, the people who want the world are fucked up people. So they don't have their shit together like you might see in a movie.
They're trash.
They're trash, but they're also cuckoo. They're cuckoo. They're egotistical. They have personality problems, which means that they're not very good at gauging other people. They're not very good at making sure that they're good to other people so that those other people don't betray them. They don't surround themselves with good people. It's a whole Machiavellian. Okay, it's Machiavellian and Keystone Capers squeezed into one kind of scenario. Yeah. It's like, Dr. Evil as one of the Three Stooges and competing with other Machiavellian, like say the drunk, lush fucking Nancy Pelosi, man. Imagine if somebody could have a micro camera following her around at all times. Holy shit, to the people around her and how she treats them and the funny shit she does, the faces they make behind her back. The people who are closest to her probably can't stand her.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, That's the good news. The good news is that the kind of person who wants to control the world, the kind of person who wants to lock you in some sort of reality chair and just have you biologically generate them money while you're staying out of the way, basically like a cow, in fact, and all that kind of stuff. The people who want that from us are fucked up people. Yeah. And I'm talking about also, people want to control our communication. So I'm talking about people like Mark Zuckerberg, Susan, whatever the hell her name is, the CEO of YouTube. I don't know how to say her last name. The guy, did I say the guy from Twitter? Whatever that guy's name is, Jack, the guy, the CEO of Apple, fucked up people. I mean, just observe how fucking Fauci is. All you have to do is just pay attention a little bit to the guy, and you see him making stupid fucking mistakes all over the place. Come to your poker game, who is so fucking stupid that he has no clue how obvious he is to the rest of you, and you just go, "Oh, wow, you really know what you're doing. You really do. I sure hope that we make one really big bet where you take advantage of me." And then, he's sitting there showing his poker face, tongue in cheek, literally. Fauci literally presses his tongue to the inside of his mouth when he thinks, I am so much smarter than everybody else and I'm fooling them and they don't even know it. He has to. Thank goodness that those are the people who are attracted to having power over other people rather than people who are competent, who know what they're doing, who could get away with it and all that kind of stuff if they had that sort of a black soul. Anyway, what was I was saying? Speculation. Yeah, despite weeks of this is the RT article. I got way off topic. Despite weeks of constant years of imminent violence, the Saturday protest proceeded peacefully. It attracted only, it attracted only a few hundred activists and several times as many police and other law enforcement agents. Authorities reported only a handful of minor disturbances and a total of 4 arrests. One of these was particularly curious. In a video captured by independent journalist Ford Fisher, around half a dozen officers in full riot gear surrounded a man carrying a concealed handgun. Yeah, the thing is, I didn't see a gun. Did anyone see a gun? Maybe I need to slow that shit down. I didn't see one. And quote, "Are you undercover?" Police could be heard asking the suspect as they checked his pockets, only to find what appears to be a badge. Quote, "I'm just here," unquote. He responded when asked again whether he was, quote unquote, undercover or, quote, part of the event, unquote. And I like how Ford Fisher put it. He tweeted some images and, quote, "Are you undercover?" unquote. The officers asked the masked man who gave them a badge. "I guess not anymore," adds Ford Fisher. The man was then escorted away without being handcuffed or disarmed at the scene, Fisher noted, and, documented. As far as we saw, he was never, handcuffed or anything like that. Triggering much speculation about whether he was an undercover Fed, an off-duty cop, or if the badge was even all. That's an option too. So we did read that by Dinesh D'Souza. The one that I somehow missed. I meant to add it to right here or something like that. Yeah, I want to take that away, so I'm going to edit that. But anyway, so in response to U.S. Capitol Police tweeting the man didn't have a gun, this person, I don't know, FBI guy. I found the tweet that I was trying to find earlier. In response to the U.S. Capitol Police tweeting the man did have a gun, somebody who his handle is at FBI guy 1 adds, "and a badge. Somehow forgot to mention he was a cop." Yeah. I would think that part would be relevant to this statement.
Mm-hmm. Kind of important,
Yeah, kind of important. Right. Yeah. So then the RT article concludes with, quote, "The man did have a gun," unquote, the police said. Quote, "At this time, it is not clear why the man was at the demonstration. Officers charge him with 40 U.S. codes."
Was he at the demonstration? But group was he dressed up as? Go back and look at him. Now tell me, who does he look like he would have been? Trump supporters or Black Bloc? Seeing as how he's got the black mask and black t-shirt now, yeah, well, he doesn't have black pants. Not all of them do. But they usually sport black on top. So it's a little funny. He looks like he's there with Antifa, but Antifa didn't really show. I think two crazies and a jackass with a megaphone showed up. The Black Bloc or Antifa side, and it didn't happen because they weren't fucking, which made him noticeable to everybody with a camera, because everybody with a camera knows what Antifa looks like. So you see anybody dressed even slightly like them, you look at them. You appraise their personage and look for weapons. Somebody in the crowd saw a gun on him because he looked like Antifa. Isn't it funny? There's a Fed caught at a fucking demonstration looking like Antifa. Huh. Interesting. Just thought I'd throw that there. It's a little weird. See all of the light colored clothing of the paparazzi of varying degrees of left and right? And then you see this Black Bloc looking motherfucker right here. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove me I'm wrong. Give me a legit reason why he's the only one dressed like he could be with Antifa right now. Come on. Give me a good excuse. Anyone? I'm doubting there will be one unless you are an Antifa and you want to hide your little snake.
Yeah, and I don't see a alternate shirt for him to be switching to if he wanted to. So the thing is, part of my brain thinks, well, it looks like he can go either way depending on the situation, but then he doesn't seem to have a light change of clothes for his upper body.
He doesn't. He could take the mask down, and then he's got plausible deniability, but he doesn't have that mask down, and he ain't gonna take it down either, because then we'll be able to ID him a lot easier. Right now, I gotta figure out what his fucking badge is so I can try and find his face, because his ears are a little noticeable, and so is that fucking head of his.
Right.
I'll
I mean, if we
remember
look
that
at,
for
if we,
a while.
okay, so for example, baby, United America First / Will Johnson was live streaming at the event.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find the same guy without his mask on.
That'd be nice.
And if you folks want to start looking,
Yeah.
again,
ID the Fed, because then we can figure out who's responsible for then Antifa disguised Fed being at a supposed release the Jan 6 protester rally, which we all know was orchestrated by Nancy motherfucking Pelosi, you old lush. We are on to you. We all see you. Maybe you just drink enough alcohol to fucking pickle yourself and be done with it. All right? Just finish it. Finish the job, Nancy. Go crawl in a coffin with 5 bottles of gin, down them all, and finish it. All right? Right now, we're all just witnessing your slow death through alcoholism. Can you just end it?
yeah, just get it over with.
It's just sad at this point.
Can you speed it up?
Please? Ugh.
Oh, I love you so much, baby.
Yeah, I love you.
Tabby is so much fun. But yeah, get a good look at him. I guess it's not shorts. It looks like it's pants, khakis, I guess is what you would call it. And yeah, I don't see a backpack, and I don't see how he could have a second shirt anywhere. You know, so I guess he's stuck with that black T-shirt unless he has some other way of stowing away alternate clothing or something. But that's just all speculation on my part. But yeah, I think Tabby's view of it's probably more likely. And let's take note of his shoes. You can see a little bit here. His sneakers. It sort of looks almost like skater. You know, like that.
Again, he's trying to dress like an Antifa.
Yeah,
They
it's
all wear those skater shit.
right. It's kind of those sneakers. That,
That's why it's funny to watch them try and run away and their shoes kind of try and come off.
yeah, because that
They're not meant
happens.
for running. They're low ankle shoes. They're
Yeah.
not meant to run on.
Right.
They're just meant to give you more rotation from your ankle.
Yeah.
That's it. I think they're just a variant of boat shoe.
Yeah. But you folks some of you may have noticed that on my Substack, which, you know, my blog, whatever you want to call it. Hold on. I put together a collection of live streams that were going on yesterday, both here and cities all over the world, right? And somewhere in there is Will Johnson's work. He may have been live streaming. I think he was live streaming to more than one place yesterday. stream would have been here. And I know I have more than one live stream here at the Capitol. Damn it. I wish YouTube had an option to play things slow. Because I want to see his shoes. I'm going to see his shoes, everybody. Gonna see his shoes. All right. So it's the kind that has like the white, I don't know, what would you call that when it goes up from the bottom up the side a little bit? You know, it's not the soles, but it's like the rubber bumper around the shoe.
Yeah, looking like typical skater shoes.
Yeah. His khaki pants are here folded up at the bottom. But yes, typical skater shoes. Right.
And they even picked the Fed who was short.
Yeah.
So that he would look more kid-like.
He would look more beta.
He wouldn't, yeah. And
more Antifa.
He's also better trained too. He's got a little bit of that cop walk to his shoulders, but he's slouching his stomach area like a skater would do. So he's probably been undercover long enough that he's picked up the weird footing style that they have.
Yeah.
Which they all kind of just stand like this. It's a rotated pelvis that they actually are creating a rotated pelvis, so they kind of stand funny.
Right.
You know, and it's like they have to correct themselves forcibly to get like a regular pelvis.
Good observation.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't grow up normal. I grew up just watching people. I'm surprised I'm not weirder than I am.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yeah. Good observation. I think it was it's before we went live, Tabby and I, we were having a conversation about how it seems from some of these videos that we've been watching from actual January 6th and other things that, how do we put it? Well, I was explaining to Tabby that it is a guy thing, that when you get a group of guys together who are of the mindset of, I want to be part of this team, whether it's a job, police force, whatever the case may be, if that's the kind of guy that we're dealing with, okay, then what they want to do is they want to fit in with the rest of the team, among other ways, by being masculine in their posture, in their voice, in their stances, in how they move, and whatever. And what happens is they start noticing any little tell of somebody being slightly, not really feminine, but any guy on their team, their force, their job, being slightly less masculine than them, something they can point to and so they can laugh, and that makes them better in the eyes of the team. And because that happens naturally and inevitably, especially among people like cops.
Look at that little cop.
Yeah.
Little cop.
Bye, little cop.
You can't work that upper body, can you? No, it's the only part you got fucked up.
And because that happens in groups like this, because this sort of thing happens in groups like this, inevitably, especially in groups of cops and stuff like that, then it becomes second nature, and it gets to the point where they have trouble even noticing when they're doing it. And so then you get videos from, say, January 6th or other things where, well, for one thing, we've seen some photos of other guys. There seem to be a team of guys like that with like cop haircuts. That's one thing they don't realize, is that they look a lot like cops when they're trying not to. Another thing is their body posture and everything. They don't realize how much like cops they are acting in their body posture and everything else, because they're acting like they're still trying to impress guys in the locker room or whatever, whether they realize it or not. And usually they don't. But as Tabby points out, though, this may be somebody who has some experience fitting in with civilians.
Yeah. Well, you have to be good to get around Antifas. They are pretty good at spotting a cop.
Yeah, they can smell,
So, like I said, they picked somebody who was small. He's older than he's playing off as. I can tell that from his fucking lack of an ass. Certain age. But yeah, no. Yeah, he's been at it for a while. From the navel down, he has the footing right as like a teenager. From the navel up, it's wrong.
Gotcha.
He's too stiff. He's like a cop. Just watch the shoulders and neck, the little T-zone back there.
Yeah.
Cops always walk like they were put on a hanger.
Yeah, well, I think a good example
because they break them into it. Like they're literally mentally broken to stand like that.
Yeah, I think you caught, was it right about here?
Yeah. I was like, you can.
Or did I pass it?
Oh no, let's see. Right now he's holding his shoulders in, which you can't tell, but wait. When he goes to walk away, he puts his arms down and erects his spine.
Yeah, here
There
it is.
A nice little T-zone he made there all of a sudden.
Okay. Do you understand what Tabby means by T-zone, everyone? He's forming a T with his shoulders plus spine.
Yeah, like cops like to walk with their heads up. He's trying not to put his head up, but his instinct around all the other officers do so.
Right.
That's why his T-zone in the back there, it straightened up.
Right.
Like before he was walking like this. At one point he's walking like this next to the cops with his little fists made into fists and his arms all staunchy because he was literally losing character of what he was supposed to be that day. You know? That was before the shot there. It was when they were walking him to that spot. You can see for a second that, yeah, he had forgot what he was doing and looked like a cop again.
Yeah.
All except for his feet.
Yeah.
Because he probably is skateboarding to fit in. And that will make you stand weird. It's either stand weird or learn to stand weird or you fall off a lot.
Yeah. By the way, just while we're talking, just give you another example of the kind of work that Ford Fisher does with his news to share. He filmed this. I'm pretty sure it's all him. I could be wrong about that, but I think news to share is always going to be what Ford Fisher himself filmed. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, you guys know about this Antifa, supposedly the leader. You know, you always hear like Antifa leader. Well, he's probably or ringleader or focalizer. Anyway, but what do you call it? What is Ford?
Patch missing out of the back of his skull.
This guy?
Like
Damn it, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Hair missing, but ugh.
Oh, that, yeah.
Looked like some rogue stylist went, I hate you. And just like took a chunk.
Right.
A chunk that she knew he'd never find because it's right back there.
Right. Well, here's Ford Fisher, everyone. And here's the guy that Tabby and I were just making fun of. But so, yeah, he did a sit-down interview with the guy. I hate these goddamn commercials. Goddamn.
I want to play the game, but it's never the game.
It's never the
Fuck
game.
you, commercial. You're never the game. If you were the game, I'd purchase you. Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Dumbass. Make something so addictive looking and it's not even that thing. I mean, well, fuck you and me. Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, is there anything else that you want to go over? Because you know, I'm usually fact based, and I think I went over all the facts that we know at the moment.
Yeah, aside from the pot of chads that was found there as well, they apparently temporarily, retained another federal, which was hilarious.
Oh, God damn it! You know what, Tabby?
That's actually what happened.
Sorry, everybody. We were zoomed way the hell in for the last half of this live stream. Sorry about that. So we were like, wow, look at this, look at that, and everybody else sees like nothing but a big
an eyeball.
Oh God.
Great.
All right, hold on, I'll fix this, everybody.
This is not my fault.
100%.
It's nice that you get my sense of humor.
And you know, your fans out there too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, everybody. All right, but I'm gonna take a look at your comments here. But I think we've covered everything. The only thing is, you guys know, some of you know, if you want to get Tabby fired up again, just certain things you can bring up. But anyway, comments now. Noble Victory, thumbs up, here, for God's sake. Nancy Stoke, I think he means stroke. Yeah, stroke out already. So Noble Victory says here about your thoughts on Nancy Pelosi, Tabby. Collins plays. Nancy's getting whatever the Fed RGB to keep her alive. Fed RGB to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Google account. It attacked itself in its confusion.
Nice.
Instead of like Tinkerbell. With
That's where they get asbestos. Just Nancy Pelosi, they shake her over things. And all them skin particles of poison.
Oh God, it's so gross.
It's fire retardant, leaves no silently.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That's
Nancy
hilarious.
does. There you go. That's how they get it. That explains so fucking much.
Oh.
Why
Oh
she
man.
looks so disorientated. Hey, you'll help me.
Oh, I'll certainly help you. I was just going to recommend you make some sort of cartoon with like Nancy Pelosi flying around with like instead of like the little, I don't know, the little wishy wand. She can have just like a wine bottle. Yeah, I can talk like this and stuff. And fly around. But anyway, back to the comments. Noble victory wherever. Okay, yeah. Geezer dust. I love that. The Kentucky riflemen they are trying to stingray people's cell phone data. People's cell phone, does that just mean like, just they're out there trying to stingray people's cell phone data? Yeah, probably. I mean, I would imagine that's possible and that they do it a lot. Lancer737 at Justin Trouble. Thank you for your work, Justin. I have a question. How do you deal with friends that think Antifa are not talking about killing people is fake? Oh, well, in fact, I'll just give you the link. No. Okay, so you're going to have to give me 1 second. It's a very big reason why I do what I do. I mean, that's if there's ever a choice in covering what I call Antifa smoking guns or anything else, smoking guns, especially if other people are not covering it. And a lot of time they aren't getting down to the nitty gritty details where you catch these motherfuckers. And then you also catch people, helping them, people who are, well, mayors of certain cities, for example. But anyway, this is called Antifa smoking guns, proof that Antifa are murderers, arsonists, racists, homophobes, transphobes, ableists, ageists, and sexists who attack marginalized people and law enforcement. The kind of person here, I'll put that in the comments. Link to that in the comments, everybody, or the chat, I should say. And if you're watching this after the fact, also take you to my Substack, my blog. And among I don't have too much there. And one of the things there is what I just linked to. So Antifa smoking guns. Now, here's the thing. There are a lot of people out there who you can't just say, here is a web page that shows you them doing this, that, and the other thing. Because a lot of people don't actually want to know if they do that or not. And so they will play all sorts of tricks. I've gone through this hundreds of times. So there are some people who you will have to play dumb and don't let on that you have, but somehow trick them into saying that, I don't know, for example, trick them into saying, yeah, those stupid right-wing extremists, they can clearly see on video, they sure are crazy, because if it's right there on video and you can watch it, it doesn't matter where what has that video. What matters is what that video shows. But they're saying, oh, that's coming from a liberal website, so therefore that video doesn't show what it shows. Aren't those right-wingers stupid? And then get them to say, yeah. Oh, here's video of something you don't want to know. Well, this is coming from some sort of right-winger, and this video is from his. Therefore, that video doesn't show what that video shows, because he's obviously some kind of fascist and blah, 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 blah. Right? So some people, not everybody, but some people, you will have to trick them into agreeing with you that, yes, if a video shows what it shows, it shows what it shows. It doesn't matter who presented you that video.
I think the man has a possible Capitol Police detective's badge.
Oh, can you say that louder? Tabby's got some breaking news.
Well, I'm looking at the Capitol.
Okay.
But it has like the at the bottom of the badge.
Right.
Then it makes it look like it has a double down there, but it doesn't. It's like a point.
Okay.
A weird spade. The Capitol Police badge kind of matches the shape. So it's he could have one of those.
So he could be in a certain division of the U.S. Capitol Police.
Yeah.
All right.
Which would mean he would probably have to be a detective to have gotten the question, are you undercover? Because each badge will have a different moniker on it. A detective's badge will have detective written on it.
Right.
Probably had a detective badge for the Capitol Police, and that's why they were like, wait, what? Which is why they would march him toward the Capitol and not away. Yeah,
Makes sense.
because his offices would technically be over there.
Yeah.
So there you go. And yeah, they're not going to want to let out that a Capitol police officer dressed up as an Antifa, possibly trying to incite rioting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So I realize now I'm being long-winded, but basically to answer your question, dude, I put a link to it in the chat right now, and it's very easily found through the first link in the description below for anybody else wants to go and find that. But I call it Antifa Smoking Guns. So you could see here. So, for example, about the murders, you mentioned that. Let's see here. Antifa attacking members of marginalized groups, attacking babies. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm a very bad speed reader. Where did I put the murder? Attack babies, children, engage in terrorism, promoting. Oh, okay. Antifa school shootings, murders, and attempted murder. So if you go down to that section, we got. Okay, Antifa murders and attempted murder. There was a person who was very clearly Antifa by his own content, what he put out there. I proved the very clear video right here, and I showed you the video of him pulling out a gun, trying to shoot and kill them. All right, police. Then there was the Dayton, Ohio shooter. He was Antifa. His social media showed it before they swiped it. Off Twitter and whatnot. But thanks to a tip, I was able to archive it on video. It's taking a long time to load up, so I guess we'll go back to that. But let's see. Then there was Dayton, yeah, and Antifa's first murders ? Is more about the Dayton, Ohio shooter. Then there were some murders in the Chaz, and at least a few of those were not by just like some BLM guy, but literally by, I'm an Antifa guy kind of guy, Antifa murders again and cheers about it. Rest in peace, Jay Bishop. You guys know about Bishop, whatchamacallit, Aaron J. Danielson. I got to edit that. Antifa kills again is about the same thing. So is that. Matt Doloff killed Lee Keltner. That was another murder of Antifa killing a patriot. All right. So, but anyway, a lot of stuff here. Some of it's on video and you can see it happening, and some of it's archives of their websites and whatnot. So, for example, the Dayton, Ohio shooter is, a goddamn archive that you can watch it, see it. Do have to do a couple of broken links I gotta fix. Babies with like chemical weapons, mace and bear mace and all that kind of shit, and fireworks, throwing fireworks, eggs, and who knows what else at toddlers and peaceful people gathering in the park. We got this whole section on police allowing Antifa to engage in terrorism. There's a lot of that fucking happening. So it's not very surprising when you catch a cop being Antifa. All right. Antifa attacking members of marginalized groups. They claim to protect this, that, and the other thing, and then they go and they attack them to make examples out of them. There's a lot of that. Most of them fall under who does Antifa actually attack? And I think I'm up to episode 20 now or something like that. Then we got Antifa attacking babies and children, police allowing Antifa to engage in terrorism, politicians openly promoting Antifa, like the goddamn pretender in the White House, Antifa openly carrying guns, which is fine, but hypocritical. Antifa school shootings, murders and attempted murders. And don't forget, they've killed one of their own, by the way. If you don't know about that one, look into Sean Kellier. And don't ask me to spell. It's a very Gaelic spelling. But Sean Kellier, don't worry, I did a video about it. It's one of those, I think. Antifa bombings and alleged bombing attempts. Antifa's connection with pedophile group. Antifa engaging in arson. I'll try to speed through this, baby. Antifa's alleged rapes. Antifa being racist towards non-white people. I didn't even make one for white people because that's just so common it would never end. Antifa attacking independent journalists. Antifa support in mainstream media, or actually in media, people sitting on the boards. Antifa in support from academia. Antifa support in fire departments, Antifa support in government and law enforcement, and Antifa support of the government, and Antifa burning books. You want to say something, Dave?
Detective at the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
That's how they're marked. Now, see this extreme taper that the DC police have, the Capitol Police have to it?
Yeah.
Ass on the side.
Yeah.
Now, if that cop is using his thumb by accident to hide where it would say detective at the bottom there, where
Right.
the point is,
Yeah.
then it would explain why this looks like an ass cheek for a badge. You know? Because literally the detective's badge, if you were to hide that part right there with your thumb, it looks like it's got a booty.
We're talking about this, and
I'm talking about extreme angling to the bottom there.
like
See
this.
how- yeah, that ridge there. Now that cop has really big gloves on, and these badges aren't really big; they're smaller. Okay, it's not a huge badge. Right, so his thumb is covering that point at the bottom. See the cop's glove?
We shall. This one or
See the cop's glove there? How it's kind of covering the bottom?
yeah, it is. This is going
So
like
I don't
this.
know
So
if it has a point, but I suspect it does. And if it does, it might be that there, and that's why it has that irregular ass shape to it. He's just covering the point that would explain.
well, it does seem asymmetrical.
Odd. Yeah.
So it does seem that this part of his what would you call that? The strap is covering some of this. It does
Yeah.
seem.
And so I'm not sure how much of it is covering. And like I said, detectives' badges aren't large. They're or belt size, like you stick it on your belt.
Yeah.
You know, it's they don't walk around with a badge on their shirt. They're not a cop. They don't have to be listed at all times.
Right.
You
What do you
it's
think of the-
different standards? So
What do you think of the coloring?
his badge would match that coloring under the sun.
Yeah.
It would turn this copper gold color into a bright gold copper.
Okay.
You know,
Huh.
which they're just using faux gold plating, anyways, most of the time. So it
Right.
looks funny in the sun.
But one thing
Takes
I'm
that
concerned.
orange copper color to it.
Yeah. One thing I'm concerned about is.
Oh, no.
All right. How do I say this? And you got this dark semicircle there,
See,
and
there's a break
I'm
at
not
the top
seeing.
there. Go up.
Oh, back to here.
No.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Yeah. What were you touching before? Okay. Break right there.
Yeah, this dark.
That's some sort of wording.
It is, but
Yeah.
it's like
And like I said, the
There's
badge is
nothing down
small, so
here,
this
though.
part here
yeah.
could literally be just slightly bigger than some thumb size, and you can't see it because of the glare.
Hmm.
So I don't know. That's why I'm like, I think it might be a Capitol Police badge because they're going to be very small as detective badges go,
Yeah.
and they're very showy in color. Like they make them very gold.
Yes.
You know, they want them to be like extra ritzy. That's where I'm leaning. I don't have 100% proof of this, but that's what my instincts say it was.
Okay.
And that would explain why they asked if he was covered, because the cop would have seen the detective at the very bottom
Right.
of the goddamn badge.
Right.
You know, it's like you can't miss it.
Right.
All of them have it. Lieutenant, sergeant,